Nice audio. Okay. That makes sense. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Oh. Okay. She's muted. I was wondering.
Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, about to get started. I'm turning on my camera. Can you guys see me?
I can see you, but can you see me?
No, you have to turn your camera on. And hold on. I think I can do it for you.
Okay, because I don't know how to use this.
That's fine. Okay, so you see on the lower corner, you're gonna
Uh-huh.
see that is set. You're gonna touch that around it. You're gonna see that it says mute
Start
or
video.
stop video.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
That's so
We are in
pretty.
action.
Oh my god, it's so bright. Okay. Am I too bright? Am I too bright?
No, 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 you're fine.
Okay.
What's no?
How are
I'm
you?
gonna wait for a couple of more people to log on.
Okay. So how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for coming and joining us for Quarantine and Chill.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Hold on. If everyone can see us, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat for me. If you guys can find your chat. Okay. Hey, Ty. Hey there. Let me make sure I'm saying your name right. Janine. Okay.
I use just iPhone. Okay. I can see the chats, right?
Yeah, you'll be able to see chats. Okay, awesome. I said this correctly. You mute everybody else. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm pretty sure there's more people who are gonna come on board, but we'll wait. But for the most part, I definitely want you guys for joining us today. I have a very special guest today that I consider a gem. She is pretty much everything underneath the sun. Um, um, this young woman here, she is not only an entrepreneur, she's a spiritual entrepreneur. She has all the things that you need in terms of your spirituality. And there's different types of spirituality when you want to think about it. But my good sis here does Reiki. Am I saying that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my good sis here does Reiki. She does a host of other things, but among other things, she's also an influencer. So she's has brand partnerships that she's been dealing with, and she pretty much gets it in. So not only is she going to lead us into a blissful meditation today, she is also going to dive in with me to talk about how influence can literally jumpstart your business. And started her business, she was able to actually leave her full-time job so that she can pursue her entrepreneurial spirit. And I am so honored to call her a friend. She is so dear to me. And take it away, sis.
Oh my god. Oh my God, thank you for having me. You're the only person that I would actually get out of my bed and do makeup for. I'm like, I got a full face of makeup. I'm like, I gotta make sure I look good for Martine. Oh my God.
No, let me just do this.
Oh wow. Let me mute people. I gotta mute people. All right, good. I've muted who I needed to mute. Yeah, because sometimes people could unmute themselves.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I really wanted to do this because, you know, besides all the business talk and everything else that we've been doing, for the most part, you know, I know a lot of us have been underneath an immense amount of pressure. And for me, what I really wanted to do was to get you on here so that you can lead us into meditation, so that everyone can just pause for a second and breathe. I think we really need that right now, especially in this time where I know everyone's anxiety is going through the roof.
Right. Right. This is, but I do feel like all of this that we're going through is some sort of blessing in disguise. I do feel like we did need a pause, not just in our lives, but the whole entire world needed a pause. This is a chance for Mother Earth to breathe because there's so much toxicity from just us roaming the earth. So, like, this is a blessing in disguise, and I really want to emphasize that people stop looking at this with a glass half empty and start looking at the glass half full.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. I think for me, maybe because I'm a weirdo, who knows, but I seem to thrive in chaos.
Me too. Me too.
I get my best work done when I got foots on my neck. Like, I don't know what it is, but I literally feel like when it comes to chaos, I do so well underneath pressure, and it's scary. Does anybody, like, put that in the chat? Does anybody else feel that way as well? That when it comes to, you know, when it comes to certain situations, that they do so well underneath pressure, and it's weird because for me, it's like my most creative thoughts have come during this quarantine.
Yes, me too. And I also feel like it's finally giving people a chance to actually sit with their thoughts and like delve deep in their emotions. But I also feel like it's making people acknowledge things that they don't like about themselves. So it's kind of like giving everybody a pause to actually, you can't go home. You have to sit there. You have to deal with your emotions. You have to deal with your stress. You have to find healthy coping mechanisms. And I just feel like some people are back during this quarantine, or some people are going to flourish. It all depends on your mindset and also your perspective of it all.
Yeah, because for me, I definitely feel as though I've gotten to that state to where it's crazy because I feel like I've been creating so much, and I'm like, wow, where is this coming from?
Right.
Where is this coming from? And it's crazy for me because when I think about it, I'm like, we're going through so much right now in the world. It's like the entire world
Right.
is on pause. It's like the entire world is on pause. The entire world is totally like in a different space. Like, honestly, I told my friend this the other day. I was like, you know what, bro? Like, I don't think that I never thought that I would see this type of stuff in my lifetime.
Right. But I do feel like people need to take advantage of it because, I mean, God willing, this never happens to the earth, or this never happens to us that we have to go in quarantine. But people need to take advantage of the fact that this is giving you a chance to actually put brakes and put life on stop right now, not on go, on stop right now. But I also feel like take this advantage to like get to know yourself, because I do feel like people use other people or other things for distractions. So I just like right now you have no distractions. You have to sit with your thoughts. You have to sit with your issues. You have to deal with your negative way of being every day, and you not realizing it because you haven't had a chance to sit with yourself and actually think or come up with concepts to help you. And I do feel like this is a blessing in disguise. I really hope people take advantage of this, because we're never going to get a chance where the whole entire community of the whole entire earth is on stop for months. We're going on months now being quarantined. This is not just a few weeks. It's like a blink of an eye, May is going to come. And we're going to, I mean, so I just feel like people need to really take this in, like really delve deep within yourself. And I do feel like people are afraid to delve deep within themselves because they don't know what can come up to the surface. And when you don't know what's can come up to the surface, which is like past life trauma, childhood trauma, things that you don't want to deal with. But this quarantine, it's forcing you to deal with that. You have no choice now.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm praying for those women. I feel like I don't know if you know this, but there was literally just recently, they put out a report that over 30% of people have inquired about divorce.
Wow.
And it's like, okay, people are finally realizing who they're really living with. And
now.
So for me, it's like, you know, I definitely feel like this, and of course, everybody works differently. And I am that person who said, like, you know, we definitely got to be using this time to work on our goals and things that we want to accomplish. But in the same breath, those goals don't have to be business related. They can be your spirituality. It can be your personal development, your growth. You know, there's so much different things that you can do during this time. For me, I think, like, not only have I been working on my business, I've been working on myself.
Right.
Because my mental health is something that I've struggled with for years. And right now, I've done nothing but wake up in the morning and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to journal this experience. I've literally been keeping a journal throughout this entire experience. Literally. And give me a sec. I'm trying to mute some people right quick. But for me, I definitely feel like I've gotten to that point to where I'm like, you got goals, but you got to fix a lot of things that's within you. That's that inner self. And I feel like so many people have an opportunity to really think about that inner stuff that's going on. What do you need to heal from? What trauma do you need to get over in order for you to get over that hump that's been hindering you from your goals and your success in life?
I agree. And this is the exact time, because we literally can't do anything. We're just sitting in our homes. So I really hope that people are taking advantage of this time for you to actually sit with yourself and to actually fix the things that you don't like about yourself.
Absolutely. So everyone in the chat, I want you guys, because we're definitely going to get into this meditation, but everyone in the chat, I want you guys to put in the chat, what is one thing that you are working on or you are trying to heal from right now, and you hope that through this experience you're able to get past? Because I think it's really important that we start addressing more than just our businesses, because here's the reality. And I always talk to my clients and I tell them this as well. If mentally you are not here, you are not going to be able to run a good business. You're not going to be able to run your business. It's just not going to happen. And a lot of people get into this space where they think that they can run their business, even though they're dealing with 100 million things internally. Like, if you're not in a good space up here, I don't care what it is, you're not going to get to that place that you want to be. So I want everybody in the chat, think of one thing that you are thinking of right now during this time that you really want to get over that hump. What are you working on internally? It can be your business, it can be personal development. What is something that you're currently working on for yourself during this time? And then I'm definitely going to have her lead us into meditation so that we can really breathe deep and think about these things.
Okay, guys, ready?
All right, Geneva said procrastination with moving your business. Shay said business / personal development.
Oh,
My girl Tasia said self-doubt. Yes, definitely got to get rid of that self-doubt.
Wow. Those are good, though. At least you guys are willing to acknowledge it. Some people are not willing to acknowledge it at all.
Absolutely. And at least, you know, you're being honest with yourselves.
Right.
All right, girl, I'm ready. Let's get this meditation in.
Okay. Before we get started, I would really like if everyone who's watching tonight to like at least find a sacred place that you hold very sacred to your heart. That can be your bed, that can be your reading room, that can be anywhere, but just a space where you can just be with yourself and one with yourself, because I do feel like meditation is a sacred practice. So, and I have my sound bowls here, so I'm gonna give you a little bit more healing as well. But I do want you guys to be very comfortable in the space that you are in now. So send the children away, the husband away, just be open to receive. So I want everyone to take a deep breath in. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Clear your mind. Relax your shoulders. Begin to release. Begin to surrender. And as you take one deep breath in, full of love, compassion, kindness, take one deep breath out of fear, doubt. And as you relax your shoulders, I want you to relax your hips. Take one deep breath in, deep breath out, releasing stagnant energy from the crown all the way down to your toes. Take one deep breath in, all the way from the root chakra, all the way down to the throat, all the way up to the crown chakra. And as you exhale, I want you to think of things you would like to release, things you would like to purge, things you would like to surrender. Fear, doubt, loneliness, uncertainty. And as you take one deep breath in, focus on your breathing, family. Continue to listen to the tones from the crown, from the throat, to the heart, to the root, all the way down to the sacral, and releasing negative energy from your feet. Release and purge. And as you focus on your breathing, breathe in, breathe out. And I want you to purge and release thoughts that are negative, and only allow positivity, affirmations, love, kindness, and compassion. And as you take one more deep breath in, full of love, full of compassion, full of vitality, take one deep breath out and release all the way down from the roots all the way down to your toes. Relax your hips, relax your toes. And as you begin to rock back or taking deep breaths in, from all the way from the top of the chakra all the way down to the sacral chakra, and focus your energy in the sacral chakra. Beautiful purple light shooting out from the sacral. And as you focus on that light and pulsating that light, taking deep breaths in to release tension in the sacral chakra. And release. And as you take one deep breath in, deep breath out. I want you to move the hips down to the bottom of the floor. Grounding energy, rotating all the way through the sacral, all the way to the root chakra. Continue to pulsate light. Taking deep breaths in and focusing on your breathing, family. Focusing on the tone, the frequency, and focusing on your throat chakra. Releasing stagnant energy. And as you take one deep breath in, deep breath out, start to wiggle the toes, bringing life, vitality back to the body. Continue to wiggle the toes, wiggle your hips, wiggle your shoulders, wiggle your fingers, bringing life back to the body, centering the body, aligning the body. Take one deep, deep breath. Love, compassion, wellness, beautiful, bright energy. Take one deep breath out. Self-assurance. And as you bring life back to the body, continue to open your eyes, move your shoulders, continue to stretch the body long like a tree, nurturing the body, supplementing the body. Take one deep breath in, family. One deep breath out, bringing alertness back to the body. And as you sit up, think of one thing you're grateful for and continue to focus on it. And as you focus on what you are grateful for, I want you to think of how you're going to do it. And focusing on what you are grateful for, I want you to embody and take on that energy. So the energy out from the all the way out from your all the way to the crown of the head, shooting energy out of every point of the body. And as you open your eyes and sit up straight, bring life to the body. And when you're ready, return back to the chat. By now, everyone should be up and alert. If you're not, take your time. I can't even see her anymore. Mark, can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. Can you,
Oh.
can you see anyone else?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see you though.
Huh?
I can't see you.
Really? Hold
No.
on. My video and try again. Can you see me now?
No.
That's so weird. Hold on.
Why am I so bright? Jesus. Light bright.
Anyone else see me? That's so weird.
Okay, I can see you now, but like in a small box.
Okay. That's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So how does everyone feel? Go ahead and drop in the chat. Like, did you release any energy? Did you release any of that negative energy that you've been harboring?
I did. This is Shana. I actually feel amazing. I'm so glad that I did this because I was literally stressed out literally a few minutes before even logging into this. I had just come from another meeting and then I was like, oh shit, I forgot that I had this meeting and Martine sent me the link as a reminder and it was exactly what I had needed to gather my thoughts, gather everything that I needed to have in order to move forward from the stressful ass meeting and the stressful ass day, the stressful ass quarantine.
All right. Oh my God.
It's very stressful, especially for entertainers, people who work in the entertainment business. It's a trying time for anybody right now. And I'm very grateful that I met the both of you at a very it happened like it was supposed to happen because I was throwing a party for Sam. I met Martine during that time and he was great friends with Sam, and then I met Cynthia who was great friends with Sam also, and I was friends with her friend who was a friend, and I was like, oh my gosh, look how God works, look how the universe works, where we're all supposed to be connected at one time. And look where we are now, pushing forward in this craziness of a world that we're in. But look where we are now, to where you both are doing something so special for the people. I really appreciate the both of you. And I'm glad that you guys are using your talents and doing something for us because we need it. We need it. We definitely need it. So thank you.
I love you, Shana.
I love y'all. I love y'all. Make sure you get them products. Go ahead, Cynthia. Listen, my mom has been on Cynthia's website for way too long. I told her, listen, get off the damn. She has been ordering candles. I'm like, okay, Mama, relax. But literally, she has been on there, and Martine has been such an amazing person. Anytime I need anything when it comes to business, I always tell everyone to just go to Martine. I was like, go to Martine, go to Martine. I'd be so busy. I was like, go to Martine. She'll tell you where to go, what to do when it comes to your business. And it's actually worked because look at the connection that we made between Martine and Cynthia to make something like this happen. So I appreciate the both of you. Keep doing what you're doing, and let's get through this freaking coronavirus.
Absolutely. Right. I definitely felt like, this is why I hit Cynthia up. I was like, yo, like, I feel like I've been in the house and like, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like my energy and like everything that I have for the last couple of days has just been drained. And I'm like, okay, I need something to help me recharge. I need
Mm-hmm.
to really sit down and breathe. I need.
And Cynthia could, yeah.
Me?
Look how that happened.
Sometimes I don't give myself enough credit because I don't know, every time I talk to Shana and she's always like complimenting me, I always cringe, and she knows this. I always cringe, and it's just like, she's like, no, you shouldn't. I'm just like, I don't know how to take it all in. Even to this day, I don't know how to take it all in. I don't.
Because you're doing your work and you're not doing it for clout. You're just doing it because that's of you.
Yeah, that's why when people give me compliments, I'm just like, really? Like,
your products work.
For sure. For sure. For me, I felt like on top of that, like when it came to, first of all, it was a no-brainer. I knew Cynthia had to be the one to do this today. And plus, you know, there's so many different business owners who are also interested in learning more about influencer marketing. And Cynthia's an influencer. You know, she has been working with.
Please explain what an influencer is, though, because a lot of people just think it's like posting pictures on Instagram. But what is influence? What is Cynthia really influencing?
So when you are an influencer, you're doing more than just taking pretty pictures. You know, what I want people to understand, like this is literally a full-time job for people. You know, brands come to these people and they want them to highlight their companies. And the funny thing about it is we're getting into a space right now in marketing, and I'm speaking from a marketing perspective, to where we're no longer trying to contract the Blame It on Quays and the Lalas because we can't afford it. They've gotten to those places to where it's just too much to actually work with these people. And you don't really know what the real results are with them. Research has shown that people who have followings underneath 100,000 actually have better engagement than those who have bigger followings. So as a business owner, what does that tell you? Here's two things that a lot of people may not know. Right now, a lot of influencers are charging 40% less than what they would normally charge because of the coronavirus. Their bag is being stopped because a lot of companies have stopped campaigning to a certain degree. So if you're a business owner and you've been wanting to work with an influencer, like now is the perfect time to lock that in. Not to mention Facebook ads is crazy low. It's never going to get this low ever again.
And not with just any influencer, though, because you want to make sure that it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure it's just like you, Martine. You could have worked with any influencer, but you decided to work with someone that was genuine in their work. So explain that also. We want to work with somebody who is genuine in what they're doing, not just because their prices are low right now.
Absolutely. So here's the thing. When you're working with the influencer, you want to make sure that you're working with somebody who is going to, they're the face of your brand. So you don't want to pick up someone. I know everybody, and this is no hate to nobody. I know some people might feel some type of way, but I'm just going to give y'all an example. I know y'all done seen plenty of people selling NutriBurst and CBD from TLC, the Total Life Changes. I've worked in cannabis for almost 2 years. I can almost guarantee you and tell you that CBD does not make you lose no goddamn weight. I can tell you that with my mouth. But, you know, here are people hopping on to sell these products using pictures from last year of their weight loss to promote this. That's not authentic. If you want results and you want somebody to represent your brand, you need to pick somebody who is going to represent your brand 100% to the T. You do not want to be working with people who one, don't believe in your product, because it's going to come off that way regardless when they create content for you. You want these people to create engaging content for you that is going to make your business pop. When you are a brand, you need to learn to think of your company as a person. You need to humanize it, because people do not interact with objects. We interact with people. And when you think about, you know, influencer marketing is nothing but affiliate marketing. that person is affiliating themselves with that particular company or that particular product, and they're giving that product a boost. But again, when it comes to influencer marketing, and I've done plenty of influencer marketing campaigns, the one thing that I look for is the person's drive. You want to make sure that you look at the quality of the things that they post. Cynthia does not play no shit about what she posts. When it comes to her posts, Cynthia is so clean. Listen, Cynthia is so clean about the things that she does.
I am.
She is 100% all about quality. And that's what you want when you work with an influencer, especially somebody that you're giving your money to. When it
And
comes
I see that we do have another influencer on the line. We have DJ Sam Sneak on the line. He's in the building. Everybody say hi.
Hi.
Hi, Sam.
Hey, what's up? Can y'all hear me? I don't know how this works.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can see you.
Oh, okay.
I just got off the phone with him, and my hair was not done or nothing. He caught me in my braids.
Oh, yeah, I just realized everybody getting braids. They call the quarantine braids or something.
I do have my quarantine braids in. That's why you see my little picture up as like a stamp picture. You can't see me.
You know what?
Shout out.
Sam is here. Since Sam is here, Sam actually is, in that space, so he can even talk to you guys a little bit about personal branding if he feels like it. Because the reality is that my Sam Bam has been out here for well over a decade, and I think what a lot of people do not think about when it comes to their business and when it comes to their brand, they don't think about longevity. And I think that's really important that you start thinking about, what do you want within the next 10 years? Me, when I think about business or I think about anything in my life lately, when it comes to decisions that I make, I think about, okay, is this going to align with the person that I want to be within the next 10 years? Because in the next 10 years, I know who I want to be. I want to be a badass cannabis owner on a farm, owning hundreds of crops and having a retail license and a multimillionaire. So when I make my decisions, I need to know that, okay, Martine, is this going to align with your vision of being that multimillionaire in cannabis? It doesn't, then I'm not going to do it.
So I think I've already spoken about my alignment when it comes to the people that I've already connected with. Like, I've connected with Cynthia, Sam, and Martine, and look at the great accomplishments that you guys have already done together doing this feed. I think we should start thinking about right now, who are the people that you align with? You should be thinking about while you're at home, who do you align with?
That's a great question. That is a really great question, because honestly, I don't think I have anyone in mind, because everything is so diluted and everything is so saturated right now. So I don't think I have someone that I align with, or the people that you meet or people that you look up to are not the people who they portray online. Mm-hmm. People offline are not what they say they are online. So I don't have one. I kind of stay in my own lane. I don't really look. I really kind of stay in my own lane, because I do feel like if you're trying to keep up with everybody else, you're going to lose focus on exactly what you need to get done and basically your own passion. So what is myself, honestly.
That's authenticity, though.
I breathe.
So then, Sam, when it comes to alignment, like figuring out who you can fuck with and who you can't fuck with right now in this time where we're all so confused and trying to figure out business plans, like, what do you think that we need to focus on when it comes to people in our circle? Like, we're so all over the place. Like, all right, let me focus.
To be honest with you, this is going to be the times when you really know someone, to be honest with you, because desperate time calls for desperate measures, and people are going to be saying some out of the line shit, or people are going to be feeling some kind of way. Because if you're focusing on you, and then right now, where's the time where everybody is focusing on themselves and things that they need to do and want to do and accomplish, regardless of what it is, whether it's personal gang or something within yourself, or you're trying to better yourself. Everyone is, for the most part, is trying to better themselves and taking this time to do so. So someone don't understand that that's supposed to be on your team. They tell you right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody want to just talk about what's on live all day, you already know what's going on. It's like the conversation. What's the conversation being talked about right now at this moment, where you have a lot of people right now taking this time to do research on certain things and things they need to better themselves on. Like it's a lot of downtime, and then you have others who were supposedly have all these things going on and have these ambitions, but they want to talk about live and what's going on with the current state of whoever beefing and whatever what so have you, because everything's on the internet now. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's one of the key things you look at, and it tell you a lot, right? Like I say, people are gonna really let you know who they are right now. Don't mistake it or confuse it.
So to add something to that, I definitely want to talk about, so there's one thing that Sam and me always talked about, and he's always telling me like, yo, you got to learn how to serve others. Like one thing we always talk about is serving people first and not thinking about what you're going to get out of somebody, because that's one thing he always drilled in my brain, that you don't want to have that mentality. And I think a lot of people have that mentality to where they don't create real relationships or friendships. Because think about this, your customer, you need to build a real relationship with these people, because you want these people to continuously buy from you. A lot of people, they don't succeed because the customer comes in and they go right back out. You want your customer to be a revolving door, constantly coming back to you and sending more people. So learning how to serve others first, I think, is a quality that you have to learn to have. You need to learn how to serve first and think about yourself last. Because I don't know, I spoke of this the other day. 50-50 is a losing proposition. You need to learn how to give everything and everyone 100% when it comes to what you do, even if you're not going to be getting 100% back.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
It's your brand. It's your brand, so you gotta understand people ain't gonna want to. They not necessarily people don't want to, but they're not gonna understand your dream as much as you understand your dream and how far you want to take it. And you can't be mad at them all the way for that, because not everybody gonna have your vision like eye for eye and exactly how you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta understand that too. Take that into consideration when you're looking for people to help you or build relationships with. I mean, it's just all about having that gut feeling and going with your intuition too as well. It plays a big part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the times, I remember they used to say this to me, and I just would always dismiss it, but it'd be real. Like if it seems to be too good, if it's too good to be true, then shit. A lot of times it's too good to be true.
So
Wow.
Sam, you being in the industry for all these years, like how do you feel? Do you feel like building relationships and networking gets you farther than anything else?
Most definitely.
Actually, I have a
Cause
better
it's
question for
been,
Sam.
what's up?
Sam, all three of us, Cynthia, Shana, and Martine, we all know one another because we know you.
Mm-hmm.
You are a connector.
We're connected because of you.
That's how most of my
How
that's how
did
my
you,
work
wait,
is.
it's going to be my next question. How was it that you connected all these smart, successful women? How did you connect us all with one another? Cynthia
Well,
laughing.
I speak I speak to I like to engage in different kind of conversations. So like whenever like I speak with someone and then they're like, oh, I want to do this and do that, and I'm just like, oh, okay, and then I just inquire more about it and then just to fill it out to see if they serious or they just talking. And if whenever like, I got a homegirl you might want to talk to, let me link you up with them, and that's normally how I always do it. And then from there, just it always work out.
It definitely worked out between the three of us.
And more of us out there, because I feel like that's how a lot of his connections are made. So I wanted to kind of give the audience a take of what he does to make it happen. He's just in genuine self, just having conversation.
Oh yeah, it's always genuine. I don't be needing nothing from. I just be like, I always just want like people to just have like they thing going, and then in passing or just whatever picnic or whatever, like, yo, what's up? Yeah, how that going? Yeah, that's good. Okay, that's what's up. Cause you know me growing up watching certain movies and shit like that, it'd be like homeboys or homegirls linking up, got these successful shit, and that's lit. I want to have some shit like that. Like I could just call niggas over. Niggas got millions and shit. It's like, what's good? What's up? What they do? You chill? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. So that's just how I always looked at it for me. Like just having circle of friends that's just got their shit going. And I don't need to be like successful, then meet new niggas being successful with them become my friends and shit. I don't be on. I mean, them niggas already be on some other shit. So
And
that's
you
how
want to make
that's
sure
how I
they
look
be
at it.
successful too.
Yeah. That's all it be for me
Putting
personally.
them in positions to be successful.
Yeah, I mean, personally for me, that's just what it be. It don't be nothing else.
And Cynthia, how do you feel about when it's come to these brand partnerships that you have been able to successfully acquire? Do you feel as though you were able to get these brand partnerships through mutual affiliations, or do you feel like you just lucked up?
I don't feel anything in my life is because I'm lucky. I feel like it's because I worked hard for it. These brands like Laura Mercier, CoverGirl, Buxom, Jamaican Mango Lime, all of these brands, Walmart, they found me through Instagram. They contacted me through Instagram, through email as well. And every time I got a brand deal, I cried because and it's not because I didn't think that I would ever get to this position, but it's because I worked my ass off for it. I breathe, sleep my brand. I love my brand, and I'm grateful to wake up and do whatever I want to do and the things that I love to do every single day. Working with these brands have been life-changing. It has propelled me in different areas in my life as far as my career, and I'm forever grateful for it. But I do feel like it's not luck. It's just like, it's my work ethics. That's what it is. Like, I'm consistent.
No, I was saying, I told y'all, like, Cynthia don't play when it comes to her
I
content.
don't, and it's crazy because I came from a business where it was I had a business partner, and I was basically doing all the work, and I was like, I can't keep doing this. I ended up going on my own, and people kept telling me, like, you're never going to keep that momentum, but I surpassed that momentum. I have my own business now where I can be able to quit my job. When I was working my other business, I had to keep my job. So it's just like my work ethics, like I'm hungry for it. I can't help it. I'm so hungry. Like I wake up every day, like, how do I make this better than yesterday? Like, it's just my drive. I'm very passionate. Like, just in general, I'm a very passionate person.
And listen, like I told y'all, like, she does not play about her content. Like, Cynthia works on her content, like, around the clock. It could be 3:00 in the morning. If I text Cynthia, she more than likely might be up. Because last night, I literally text Cynthia about doing this on, what was it, Saturday?
Yes, it was Friday night. It was like literally like 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah. It was like going on 1:00 in the morning. Cynthia was up, and trust me, she was more than likely doing stuff on content. More than likely.
Because I think you texted me, and you were like, I need a headshot. I was like, I can give you that right now.
She sent me that headshot the same moment. So we have a question. Melora is asking, what if the people you align with are more than just influencers? How do you approach them? For example, Tiffany Alche, the Budgetnista, Patrice Washington, Lisa Nichols, etc. They're already up there. So how do I sell myself and my brand to them? How do I put myself in their line of vision to be noticed or taken seriously? So I can answer this question. So here's the thing, Melora. I always tell people that when you are just starting out, a lot of times we have a tendency to think about collaborating with people who are on this level and we're here. When you've got people who are in your circle who are here, that got the same qualities as the person that you're trying to connect with that's here. You need to utilize your circle. What I'm doing right now, me, Shana, and Sam, like we've utilized our circle to the T. We know how to collaborate with one another. And we're all here. We are all here in the same realm. Sometimes you need to learn how to really think about how you can connect with the people that are already around you, instead of thinking that you need to be speaking to the biggest, top, highest person. It just really just doesn't work like that. And 9 out of 10 times, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. A lot of these influencers have a team. Like, you guys, that's why I be telling people, sometimes you got these women out here who be trying to throw these little empowerment conferences and tell you that you got to be on Instagram 5-7 times a day. They don't even post themselves. They hire people to do the work for them.
Yeah. And can I get into that? Because I strongly can talk about this, because people who first are starting businesses or their brands, they automatically think, well, let me go to maybe the baby mamas of the rappers, or let me go to the Joy Chavez, like let me go to the people who already have like 1.2 million followers. But you need to understand is that the person that has 15,000 or that one has like 10,000 are going to work 10 times harder to promote your brand than the one that has 1.4 that's just going to simply put a picture on there and then that's it. Not even a swipe up. Like, you need to work with people that are in your circle, like Martine said, because the person that has the 10K followers is going to continuously, if they love your product, like, let's start there first. If they continuously love your product, they're going to keep promoting it. You have these people who are on top Instagram profiles are only going to post it once and they'll never hear your brand ever again. So you have, like as Martine said, it's true. You have to work with people in your community or people that you know that are truly going to represent your business. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. It matters on the impact. Because them 1.4 followers, maybe like, you don't know how many people are going to buy, but if you have someone that has 10K, maybe 5K will buy, maybe 2K will buy. It all matters about the influence and not about the numbers.
And I'm just going to go back to what she said. It's all about creating an impact. One of my business coaches, one of the things that she always instills in me and we always talk about, and I spoke about this the last time, is that she's like, Martine, you do not sell people the product or your services. You sell them transformation. Mm-hmm. So how are you as a business owner, when you wake up in the morning, how are you impacting the lives of the people that you want to buy from you? And I always continuously try to tell people, like, bro, stop trying to sell people your product. They can get it anywhere. Your brand and your product is your product is not special. This might hurt a lot of people's feelings, but what you do is not special. You know why? Because there's a million people like you that do it. However, what makes it special is that you created a brand. Your brand is special. I can get coffee anywhere, but can I get Starbucks anywhere?
Right. Yeah.
You need to look at it from that perspective. You are not special. Your brand is what's special. You're the magic. The best thing you can offer somebody is yourself. That is the best thing you can offer people in your business. So when you wake up in the morning and you are going to make sure that your business is running to the capacity and have enormous success, you need to think about the impact and the transformation that people have when they get out of your chair. If you a stylist, when I get out of your chair, baby, this lace better have scalp. I need to see my scalp, okay? I need to see my scalp. If I come to you, you're a makeup artist, my shit better be melted into my skin, okay? I want to feel like a queen. I want to feel like I have never felt before. Why? Because here's the reality. When you give people more value than you take in payment, they will forever sing your praises. I have not paid $1 for advertising for my business for a year. I'm starting this year. I'm going to start this year because I'm scaling, but I haven't paid $1 for anything because I'm constantly, consistently getting referrals from people, or I always get old clients funneling back into me. I literally have a client that I'm just finishing up the retainer with them. They called me less than 3 minutes after our strategy call and was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this without you. How can we continue what we got going on, or what can we do to continue? So I put them on a coaching program. Now I'm consulting the business. I stayed with the business for this amount of time during the retainer. Now I'm consulting this business owner on how to continuously grow their business. Why? Because I'm giving that person value. I am transforming that person's life. I'm making things easier for them. You need to sell people the benefits of your product, not the product. Not the product.
Agreed. Yes, Martine, preach.
Listen, when it comes to this type of stuff, I'm so passionate about marketing, and I'm so passionate about what I do because I've been doing this for a very long time. You know, before being an influencer was a thing, I was out here on the net, on these internet streets blogging. I was blogging since 2012. You know, blogging is not new to me. And it wasn't until like 2015-ish, going into 2016, that somebody told me like, yo, do you know you're doing SEO? And I was like, what? I was like, I'm doing what now? He was like, yeah, you did you know that this is what you're doing? I did not even know that I was doing a certain type of marketing in my blogging. And I was like, oh shit, I'm about to go get my MBA. I'm out to business school.
Wow.
The rest was history. I was supposed to be in law school, you guys. I'm Haitian, so you know how Haitians rock. It's either you a lawyer, doctor, or a nurse. And that's Caribbean folks. And during this time right now, I would hate to be a nurse because I don't like hospitals. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't like being around sick people. Somebody vomit, I'm going to vomit. That's the reality of it. I have a weak stomach. I'm not gonna clean up nobody after nobody. That just wasn't gonna work for me. So I chose law school. Didn't even end up going. It was not my passion. And then another thing I want to talk about too, a lot of times, so we're in this space in the world where people are like, quit your job, work on your passion. Don't fucking do it. Don't do it. And this is why I'm going to tell you not to do it. Profit before passion. Myleik taught me, and I don't know if anybody you are familiar with Myleik, but one thing she always talks about, and I'm like, she's so damn right. You need to think about profit before passion. Because here's the reality. Your skills that are monetizable, that you can make money with, can eventually become the thing that profits your passion projects. Because sometimes our passions don't make no money. Let's keep it 100. Starving artists, it's called starving artists for a goddamn reason. Because them niggas be starving for years before they get a break. And you don't want to be that person that's starving because you telling yourself, you using these IG quotes that these people who ain't never had a business a day in their life telling you that you a boss babe and all this other bullshit. I think it's fluff. It's pure fluff. Do not, and I'm telling you guys, I do not believe in this. Do not put passion, do not put your passion before your profits. You're going to be broke. And that's just, you need to figure out the passion part first. You need to figure out how to make the money. Because the bills, you cannot pay your landlord in hugs. Sorry.
For real.
You can't pay your landlord in hugs. You cannot pay your light bill in hugs. You can't get the light bill, no IOUs. They're gonna cut your shit off. So definitely you have to think about, how are you creating impact as a business owner? How are you going to transform the life of people? And if you are someone that tells yourself, here's another thing that I think people really go overboard with: followers. Now, it's good to have followers, but followers ain't always gonna pay your bills. Like if you spent the bulk of your time never selling to your followers, and then one day at the blue you come out with a product and you tell yourself, oh, I'm going to sell this today. Do you really think that they're going to buy from you? And I spoke on this the last time. There was an influencer who could not sell 36 shirts, and she has over 3 million followers.
That's sad.
And you got influencers out here that's underneath 50,000, bringing in 6 figures monthly. You got people, I know people personally that got like 700 followers and they bringing in 6 figures monthly. Easy. Followers do not make you money. You are the person, you're the bag, sis. You're the bag. You are the bag.
Yes.
But what I want to ask you as well, Cynthia, like as a spiritual entrepreneur, what do you feel as though has been the hardest thing for you when you left your 9-to-5? Because there's probably other people who are on this call right now who are still working their 9-to-5, which I personally like my 9-to-5, and that's why I ain't quit now. I work for old people, and they when yachting. I like it. I get to travel, so that's why I ain't quit. And I probably ain't gonna quit unless you fire me. I'm making easy money. But for the most part, there's people who actually do want to leave their 9-to-5. So what was your transition like when you actually left your 9-to-5, and how did it allow you to scale your business? Did you feel like you had to scale quickly because you had no other income? Like, talk about that experience. Like, I really want to understand.
Okay, so I am going into 8 months in of my business. Thank you. I left my business in September. I started my business in August last year. I don't know if I subconsciously created or cultivated my followers to per se follow my movement, because I one day decided I was going to share my spirituality on my Instagram, and it kind of just went off from there. And I recognized I had a gift, which you know what it is. I recognized that I had a gift, which is doing tarot. And I was very, I wasn't confident in it. And one day I decided that, you know what, I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to do this for 1 full month. I'm going to like hustle for 1 full month. And I made pretty much a good amount of money. And I was like, you know what, let me just turn this into a business. So I turned it into a business. I did my LLC. I did all of that. And I said, you know what, I'm going to give myself 2 months. If I can double my income that I'm already making at my job, I'm going to quit. I quit. I was so hungry to just live a life that I would love to live. I would decide, I was just like, you know what, if I can double my income just within these 2 months of just going hardcore with my tarot, hardcore with my online business. Mind you, I started my business in 2 weeks. I created my website in 2 weeks. I filled out my LLC in a day. I was very determined. I was very passionate. I was very hungry, very hungry. I do feel like all of my efforts were supported by my spirit guides, or also like any higher calling that you guys like to call it, God, Jesus. But I think it was very supported. Through my creativity was supported. And I was just like, you know what? I did it. I hustled for 2 months. I quit my job, and I'm 8 months into my business, and I don't ever have to clock in. Like, I wake up and do what I want. I wake up, ship my orders, process my orders. But I feel like it's not blind faith, because I like to say that it took a while for me to be confident enough. And I do feel like whoever mentioned they had self-doubt, it's like you have to believe so much of yourself and be so confident within yourself that everybody else around you is white noise. Like, you have to really delve deep within yourself and actually, believe that you can do it. And I believe that I can do it, and I did it. Like, it's possible. It's really possible. And I always, every time I talk about my business, I always bring up Martine, because I always bring you up, because I swear to God, like, when I do conferences, I bring you up. I bring you up. I'm like, because I remember like Shana told me to come to you, and this was before my business. This was just like me being an influencer on Instagram. And she was like, you need to talk to Martine. Like, here's her number. She gave me your number. We had a conversation. I don't know what, after that conversation, we meshed, we melted, the conversation was so fluid. You were the one that lit a fire under my ass to start my business. And I will always say that. I will always say that. You were like, you need to do this, you need to do that, like, you should do this. And, like, it's just, like, I don't understand, like, I don't know what it was. I just feel like, well, our conversation was just the dynamic of the conversation. And after I got the phone with you, in 2 weeks, I started my business. Literally.
That's called action. That's what you call action, though.
Yes.
My guys, like, Cynthia was not my client, you guys. Like, we were just talking. This was like a regular conversation that we had. And she was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. And I think that for the most part, when she finally launched, I was like, okay. And then, so I was, listen, Cynthia is so on it. I be trying to tell people like, yo, if I tell you something and you don't jump on it, that's on you. Especially when I'm giving it away for the free.
Because
like,
it was just conversation. It wasn't like, it was just plain conversation, just out of the blue conversation. Yeah.
And then on top of that, I recently told her when we were at, we had some brunch together.
Yes.
Like, girl, you need to get a Patreon. I was like, people need to pay you to see extra premium content. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Patreon, but Patreon is pretty much a platform where people are able to see content quicker or longer streams of content that they can't see on social media. They have to subscribe to your Patreon in order to actually see this content. And depending on what business you are in, if you are a hairdresser, hop your ass on Patreon. Right now, especially, you got plenty of people who don't know what to do. I'm lucky that I got a sister that does hair. And I have a little cousin that does makeup. Hence the reason my face is the way it is, because she was doing But, you know, if you a hairdresser, hop on Patreon right now. Go ahead, tell people, yo, for $5 a month, I'm going to teach you how to braid your little daughter's cornrows or whatever. I'm going to teach you how to properly put your lace in or how to properly curl your hair. You're still making an income. The goal is you need to be innovative when it comes to your brand. Like if Netflix never told themselves that, I know that we can do more than just do DVDs, like, and the story of Netflix, I don't know, there's a podcast, I hope you guys can listen to it. It's by the CEO of LinkedIn. It's called Masters of Scale. I'm going to make sure that I send it. If you guys are on my email list, I'm going to make sure that I send that podcast session to you. But one of the things that he talked about, and they also did it with Airbnb too, something that they discussed was, oh my gosh, you need to be one of those people that, one, does not quit, and two, is innovative. These companies did not necessarily, they did disrupt other companies, but what they did was they looked at all the holes that these companies had, and they filled that void. He spoke to the CEO of Airbnb, and the CEO of Airbnb was talking about their journey. Like, did y'all know that Airbnb started out as a property management company?
That's crazy. They
were managing properties, vacation homes for people. And they started off with like 12, I believe. And it got to the point to eventually they started building and building and building and building. Hence, Airbnb was born. You guys have $1 million ideas in your brain right now that's probably brewing, and you have yet to allow yourself to actually execute it. You know, there are so many different industries that you can walk into and disrupt. Literally. Right. My goal is to disrupt cannabis.
My goal is to trigger people.
You know, my goal is to disrupt cannabis. I'm tired of these white boys taking over and only showing us that skater dudes smoke, because that's not true. You know what I'm saying? But in your mind, you guys literally have $1 million. And if you do not take the time to cultivate your ideas and stop being afraid of telling people your ideas. Not everybody is out to get you and steal from you.
Right.
That's a huge misconception. And guess what? Even if they do, I always tell people, I don't give a damn. You know why? Because I'm the magic. Don't shit move without me, baby. You can go ahead and take what you want to take, but at the end of the day, I am the magic. I'm going to make shit roll and pop. I can give you the Rolodex. I can give you the blueprint. I can tell you exactly what I'm doing. But at the end of the day, like I said, I am the magic. So you need to look at yourself and be like, yo, I'm the magic of my company. Don't shit move without me.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's
not insane.
So another thing I really want to ask you too. So being that you are in this space of this influencer world, what do you feel has been like the toughest things that you've had to deal with? Like being an influencer, do you feel like people become, do you like, because I remember you said that you stick to yourself, which she does. But do you feel like that has become more of the case along the way because of you being in this space and you feel like people are trying to use you? Like why do you feel that way?
I guess yes, because I do feel like I'm really creative. I'm really creative. And I do feel like I think I come up with really good ideas, hence my business. Like I think I come with really like innovative ways of trying to expand business. And I do feel like it's not that I'm afraid of people using me, but I just feel like I've always been that way. Like and then the reason why is because when I'm in business with myself, I don't have to listen to other people's opinions because I'm very like stubborn when it comes to business because my presentation to me is key. Like everything has to be on point when it comes to presentation. And I do feel like I have an eye at looking at things from a customer's view instead of looking at it somewhat as a business owner. So when I look at things or things that I want to present to people, I don't look at it as a business owner. I look at it as it like, would a customer buy that? Would a customer engage in that experience? Would a customer want to be a part of that entire experience? So I don't feel like I do it on purpose. It's just that I'm just really driven. And once I have an idea, I just run with it. I don't wait. And that's one of my biggest pet peeves. When people have ideas, they wait on it. They think about it. They got to process it. No, I'm not like that. When I have something, I go with it. Like full throttle, go with it. Not impulsive, but I'm just passionate. You know what I mean? Passionate.
But like you said, you don't wait. You do not wait for anybody. And I think a lot of people get into that space to where, because I used to be like this. I think a lot of people get into this space to where they are such perfectionists that everything got to be perfect. Listen, sometimes you just need to hit send and publish. Okay. Yeah. Because the reality is what's perfect to you is not perfect to somebody else. Perfectionism is so objective, just like beauty. Art is the most, when you think of art is so objective. A lot of people think that Jackson Pollock's art is shit. I, on the other hand, I think it's beautiful. And it's nothing but splatter paint.
Right. I totally agree. I just feel like people, especially you can't really blame them because when you look on social media, everything looks so perfect. So I guess people feel like everything has to be perfect until you feel like it's right to present it. But for me, I just don't think in that aspect. I like to bring people on a journey, per se, more than just throwing out just random things on my Instagram or just throwing random things on my business model. Everything that I do is very strategic. Very strategic, and I also feel like everything that I post or everything I do as my business is a deeper meaning behind it. And I do feel like people who understand my level of fluidity, they'll understand like, oh, she posted that, there's a deeper meaning behind it. And I like to make people think. That's why I like my Instagram. I want people to think. I want people to feel. it's just like, it's true when they say that Instagram is your personal vision board. It really is. Because I like to make people, I like to trigger people. I like to make people think deeper than they have met themselves. So everything that I do is very strategic. It's to make you feel something. Either that's pain, either that's passion, either that's anything. Trauma, it's caused to rouse something in you to make you realize something about yourself.
And I love that you said that, because the reality for me is that I feel like I said, I feel like I've been that person who has literally been in that space to where I'm constantly over obsessing over the smallest details. And even though nobody else sees that detail, I see it. And
Right.
it's a problem for me. And I've gotten to this space now as I've gotten older to where I'm like, bitch, I'm hitting send. Like, you gonna get, like, my summer body gonna be my summer body. You gonna get what's underneath these drawers, okay?
Right.
If it's a fupa, it's a fupa. It is what it is. Like, I literally got into that point in my life.
Yes, you gotta be comfortable with yourself. And I feel like that comes with just knowing who you are as a person. I feel like a lot of people don't know who they are as a person, so they kind of rely for validation through other people. But when you know who you are, you just don't care. Like, you just, whatever. If you love it, you love it. If you don't, you don't. Oh well. That's it. Like, get what you get. But I've learned that, like, I don't care. I just gotten to a point where I just don't care. If I love it and if it's part of my vision, then I just go with it. And if you don't like it, that's fine. You can go to the next person's Instagram and go do that over there. But yeah.
Absolutely. So another question that I have, and somebody probably have this question as well. So when you are working with brand partnerships, do you feel as though that, first of all, do they normally give you contracts and agreements that you need to adhere to? And two, do you feel as though that in the influencer world that there is bias towards women of color? Because a lot of women that I have worked with, they've always felt like unless you're like a major influencer, that they get looked over, being that they are a woman of color. So what is your advice to women who are, you know, minority, who feel as though that they may be looked over because of the color of their skin, because they don't have that Instagram model look? And I'm tired of that look. Sorry.
Girl.
I'm over it.
Right.
But I just want to understand from you, from your perspective, do you feel as though that being a Black woman makes it harder in that industry, especially when it comes to securing brand partnerships?
I don't think so, because I do feel like brands don't really go, well, I'm not gonna say all brands. Some brands do go, they're very biased and they go by color, but I do feel like most brands, they just strictly go by talent. You need to have some sort of talent. What I can say is that there's different platforms that you can actually be involved in that can actually help you with this. Like, there's amazing platform like Grapevine, there's FameBit, like there's all of these platforms you can go and you can submit an application. And if they love your look, or they love your talent, because they usually go on your Instagram or they go on your website and they see what your mission or what you are embodying. And then if they like that, they'll go ahead and give you a contract. So yes, they do give you contracts every single time. Every single time that I have worked with a company, worked with a brand, I had to sign some form of contract. Now I'm at a point where they just send me things now. They just send me things. They'll send me things in the mail, like once a month. A couple girls will send me something, or Mercy will send me something. I usually just give them away most of the time, because I don't.
In the mirror.
What am I gonna do with 6 lip glosses? What am I gonna do with 18 lip liners? Like, way. Like, you want them, come to the house, come to the closet, grab whatever you want. Like, I'm at a point where I'm trying to transition out of that. Just doing makeup and stuff like that, I really want to focus strictly more on my business, my spirituality, and helping people find their path and their soul growth. So that has been more of my mission. But they still send me things. But I do feel like as a colored woman in this field, I feel like it is kind of hard because I do feel like there is some sort of whitewashed makeup influencer that is very heavy in the game right now. But we have so many people of color that do makeup or who are influencers. We have Jackie Aina, we have Makeup by Shayla, we have all of these people and they've worked with CoverGirl, they've worked with top brands, they have their own brands now. So there is hope out there for us. I think that we should stop seeing it as a color and then start seeing it as more as a skill. Like what is your skill? Because I feel like makeup is art, and that's how it should be treated. But I understand that people feel that, but I think people should let their art speak for themselves and not focus so much on color.
So for you, what do you feel as though are your top 3 things that a person should, as an influencer, not necessarily even as an influencer, but whether it's business or whether it's wanting to be an influencer, what do you feel are the top 3 skills or top 3 things that a person needs to have?
I think one of them is quality instead of just throwing things out there. So I do feel like quality instead of quantity. People don't understand that. They just like to throw things on the Instagram or throw things when it regards to their business because they're trying to keep up with the next person. They're trying to keep up with the trend, like this dang TikTok. But I do feel like quality is one of them. I'm going to say passion because I'm just a passionate person. You have to love what you do. There has to be a why. You know what I mean? I do feel like my biggest why is helping people ascend spiritually or helping people feel good about themselves or making people go within themselves and realize that they have flaws. And yes, we have flaws, but there's different ways that we can transform or we can transcend through all of that. And then my third one would be your work ethics. I do feel like you have to have some sort of work ethic. You need to be consistent, especially in this influencer game. You have to be consistent. You have to put the time in. You have to put in the craft. I do feel like you can't just throw something on one day and then 2 months down the line you throw something up on Instagram. No, you have to be consistent. Because I feel like major brands look at that. They want to see how consistent you are and how well you can use their product to basically transform. Because your body, your face is your canvas. So they want to know how you can use their products to perform or to show something on your canvas. So I do feel like there needs to be some sort of persistence and your work ethic to be like top notch. And you can't be afraid to worry about what the other next person is doing. Just focus on you. Like once you focus on you and you know that you have some sort of goal that you want to achieve, and think just only focus on you and everybody else is white noise. I really stress that because I stay in my lane. Like I really do. Like I don't care what anybody else is doing because, like you said before, someone like my business per se, there's other people that sell the same things. You know what I mean? Like it's not my brand is not. I mean, it is special to me, but I sell things that other people can buy or things can sell. You know what I mean? Like I sell the same things, but people come to me because of the experience. And then I don't just sell you things. I basically show you a different lifestyle that you're not accustomed to. And I feel like that's why people come to me. It's just like, I want to know more because they're so passionate about it. It makes me look at myself and like, why am I not as passionate as her about life? And that's why people come to me.
And that's why I love you, because that you are very passionate about.
I really can't help it.
It shows because you are very passionate about anything that relates to your clients. You know, you are very, very passionate when it comes to your clients and it comes to the people that you work with. And here's my last question, and then we're going to give the floor to anybody else who wants to speak and have a question. Do you feel as though your personal brand jump-started your business?
I think so, because before JustCyn, I was just Cynthia doing tarot, and I was Cynthia doing Reiki. My business wasn't, or my brand hadn't started yet. I was just the girl in the neighborhood that read cards, like, and I created an experience through that. And I feel like, I'm not gonna get emotional, but I feel like I honestly have transformed so many lives in the 8 months that my business has um, accumulated. Like, I can really say that I have revolving clients come to me, whether it's through tarot, it's because, or that they're just jump starting their spirituality and they want to delve deep within themselves so that their soul can grow. Because people don't understand that we come to earth not only to hustle and bustle and make these coins, but we come to earth to ascend spiritually. Like, that is the whole reason why we are on earth, is to grow spiritually. And then for us to transform in our next lifetime. And people don't understand that. So it's for me, it's different. People come to me because they see that how I'm so passionate with me personally growing my soul and my spirituality and delving deeper in it. They admire it, and they want to know more about themselves. They want to know what makes them tick. They want to know why they have trauma. They want to know why they cry. They want to know why they're lonely. They want to know why they're depressed. And I, in essence, help them with that. And I feel like this is what I was called on this earth to do, was to help other people spiritually ascend. And I can live now or die now knowing that I've helped people spiritually ascend. And I love that. That's why I do my business. It's not about the products. It's not about selling anything. It's about helping people spiritually ascend. That's my ultimate mission statement. I'm so passionate. I'm sorry.
I feel like that's why you do so well, because it's more to you than just, it's not about the money.
Yes, it's not. It's really not. The money is just fluff to me. It's not about the money. It's like, and when people come back to me and they tell me their life journey and how I've helped them, I seriously cry. Like, I cry, like a boohoo cry, because it's just like, yeah, you brought a product from me, or you got a reading from me to help you spiritually ascend, but you did the work, and that alone makes my soul happy. So that's why I love what I do. Like, every day I wake up, I love what I do, because I'm helping women, I'm helping men delve deep within themselves. Like, because people don't like to do that. They're afraid, because some people have trauma that they haven't dealt with. They've just pushed it under the rug and just continue to walk all over it. But I am that vessel that triggers you, like, we got something underneath the carpet that we got to talk about. And I bring that up and make you heal from it. And then people are so grateful for it, because it transformed their lives completely. And that's my mission on earth, to trigger you so much that it forces you to see that mirror, look at yourself in the mirror, and make that change within yourself. That's my goal. And if I can do that every single day, I can die happy. I can die happy. I really can.
I absolutely love this. So I definitely want to give the floor to anybody who wants to ask Cynthia any questions. Like today, like we literally had tons of surprises. Like I was not expecting my friend Sam Sneak to come through. Shana, right? Shana always, supports everything that I do. So like my friends in good places came definitely in a good time. But I want to open up the floor for any of you guys who want to ask Cynthia any questions about personal branding, any questions about influencer marketing. Like, now is your time to shine, honey. Go ahead and ask away.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
And again, thank you so much for doing this, because because I know it was last minute.
I work even hard under pressure, so
I already know that it was last minute. Like, I literally, like, this whole quarantine and chill thing, I was not even thinking about doing nothing like this. But I'm like, yo, I'm at home. I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't doing nothing. So might as well, like, try to pour into people as much as I can for the meantime.
Right. I agree. This was good. This is a good.
Yeah, I absolutely love this. So if there's nobody who have any questions, we're gonna go ahead and end our call because I definitely don't want to keep y'all for the rest of the night.
Wait, Martine, I have a question.
Okay, wait, we have a question. Go ahead.
Hi, Cynthia. Martine, this is Shalitra. Martine, I remember I met you at the Bossy conference.
Okay, I missed with the CBD.
Yes.
Okay.
So my question is, like, I'm new in the business. I think I've had my business for about 7 months. So I guess my issue is trying to find CBD influencers so that I can kind of get my name out there amongst, companies that have like a bigger brand, bigger name and stuff like that. So how did you go about doing that?
So you're in luck that you are on this call because I actually have an entire spreadsheet of cannabis influencers. So
Okay.
send me your email after the class, and I'll be sure, because I probably do have your email anyways, but just send me a quick email and I'll give you that spreadsheet. It's a whole entire spreadsheet of different cannabis influencers. Some of them are probably inactive because here's the thing, cannabis is a gray area in social media. Like, they won't allow you to actually do advertising online, but even when it comes to the influencers, you have to be really careful about how you promote cannabis because they want you to keep it informational, 2 educational. They do not want you to be posting pictures of people rolling up joints all day or burning the flower. Like, it's really, really gray area when it comes to cannabis and social media. They will ban you. Listen, I done lost a couple of pages. They will ban you in a heartbeat on Instagram for posting certain things when it comes to cannabis. They treat it just like sex, even though the number one things on the internet is porn. I can show y'all right now that the whole world watches porn, but people are still
It's taboo.
Yeah, it's taboo for them. It's taboo for them. We're literally in a space, and we're literally in a culture that will tell you that this is bad and this is no good, but then they go right back around and do it. I told y'all the last time I had a class, I told y'all that the United States, well, I didn't have a class, I was on live. The United States government literally has a patent on certain compounds in marijuana that are said to potentially cure neurological diseases. We're talking about an entire country that owns freaking parts of the cannabis plant as a patent, but yet it's been illegal for almost 80 years.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like cannabis is such a great area. And I love that you're still in cannabis because I feel like I always tell people, I feel like there's so many more people that need to be in cannabis. There's so many more people that need to really learn and educate people about cannabis because we really do not know. You don't know what you get when you buy your weed. You probably think you smoking OG Kush and it's some backyard shit. You just don't know because it's not tested. You're not getting it tested by a third party. And it requires, and the reason why I'm so passionate about cannabis is because the United States government requires that you get third party testing because they need to know the purity of what you're selling. And a lot of people do not have that education in our communities.
Wow.
But I definitely send me an email and I'll definitely send you that. Is there anybody else that have any more questions, that have anything that they want to talk about? I mean, can we get some ideas? Can you guys give me a couple of ideas and some feedback of different master classes that you want to have during quarantine? Because, I'm kind of, I'm trying to do this for y'all. So give me a couple of ideas in the chat of things that you guys want to talk about. And I don't know if y'all just saw my last post, but who has watched Tiger King?
I started. I have to finish.
Well, Tiger King, before we end, because I first of all, I thought that first of all, I feel like the whole entire thing is pure comedy. That it's pure comedy.
I'm gonna watch it.
You need to watch it. And the reason why I think every business owner needs to watch Tiger King is because they literally drop so much gems about internet marketing in that entire series. Because this goddamn lady, Carol Baskin, she was not only eliminating her competition, but when it came to the internet streets, she came out guns blazing. Okay? And that's why Joe ended up having his foot on her neck. because this lady literally had the whole entire big cat industry on lock. And how did she have it on lock? Because she always appeared first on Google. If you Googled anything dealing with big cats, Carol Baskin came up first.
Wow.
She came up first. And that's how she started really killing her competition. Because she was in these internet streets and she was not playing with her marketing. She was investing into the things that were going to really build her company and her brand. And a lot of people they think that all the bad press that she's getting is bad. Listen, this lady is going to be even bigger than what she was, even though I think she's a murderer.
No, don't watch.
I know you gotta watch it, but you guys have to watch it if you haven't watched it. But this woman is going to be much bigger than what she is, because I truly believe that bad press is better than no press.
Right, I agree with that too.
So this call has definitely been a great call, definitely one of my favorites by far. I definitely want to thank you again, Cynthia, for coming through. And of course, I want to thank my friend Cam Bam for coming through. But go ahead and drop all your information on us. Where can we find you? How can we connect with you? How can we get some of your stuff? How can we get a tarot reading? Let the girls know, please.
You can find on Instagram, Cynthia_Roy, CYNTH_RO.
Drop it in the chat for us too.
Okay, I will. And then you guys can also shop with me, JustCyn, Roy, JustCynRoy.com. And the same for my Instagram for my business. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay, so you got to write it in the chat for them. So
I will. Let me write it. Hold on.
Yeah, drop it in the chat for them.
Okay.
And I'll send it to my email list as well.
Okay, I put it in the chats.
Okay, so y'all can get y'all screenshots on. You feel me? As a matter of fact, if you really was fucking with us tonight, make sure you go ahead and you get y'all screenshots together and tell your friends. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your squad to come and join us again for Quarantine and Chill. I'm definitely going to do a couple of more of these. Don't know who I'm going to have pop up on y'all again. Like, I got a couple of people on my sleeve that I want to bring on, but definitely please send me any feedback of what you guys want to talk about, because we definitely want to continue to pour into you guys, and we definitely want to continue to be able to assist you guys during this time, because I know shit is rough right now. It is definitely rough. We are stuck in this house, and if we're going to be stuck in this house, we're going to be out here doing things with a purpose. Okay? So, again, thank you, everybody, for joining us. Cynthia, I love you. Thank you so much for joining me. And we are out. Bye, y'all.
Bye.